Well, as I told you earlier, personnel of the Ghana Police Service say they are not perturbed by the killing of 5 of their colleagues. They are assuring they will continue to work to reduce crime. They've also welcomed a government directive to arm all traffic officers on duty across the country. The directive was issued by the Interior Minister following the killing of 2 officers on traffic duties at Bujumbura. Evans Mensah has more in this wrap.
The scene at the police headquarters last night. Many well-armed police officers with support from the military prepared to deploy across the capital, not deterred by the killing of 5 of their colleagues in the last 1 month alone.
We are strong, we are not weak. We are prepared to combat crime. And as they have begun, they should wait for the consequences. Because as we are going out there, we are much prepared. We have all the logistics to fight crime, to bring crime to square zero.
Though there are a lot of incidents that are taking place, people are attacking police, but yet we are well trained. And we are well trained, our perceptions, our everything, we are highly on top. And we make sure we achieve our goals. We are highly trained for fighting against armed robbers, langers, and other forms of crime.
Our morale is very high, and also we are on top of issues. What I'm trying to mean is that what has happened yesterday is not something that can demoralize us one way or the other.
These men are ready to lay down their lives for you, and they are now getting some well-deserved protection. Ambrose Derry is Interior Minister.
The police in Ghana, not to arm them because of their role, but I have directed the acting IGP to immediately arm all police on traffic. And to provide them with bulletproof equipment, the vest and the helmets which they have received to enable the police exercise their right of self-defense effectively when they meet such callous and barbaric persons.
The latest killing of 2 officers in Bujumbura on Wednesday was the last straw. This eyewitness gave JoyNews this exclusive account of what happened.
Police can private car be police no bisa papa
Well, she says a police vehicle and then a saloon car actually pulled up here in front of their shop. And a DNC here. Cars number parking one DNC here.
No police nini bo papa nasu.
She says the policeman stepped out of the car and then slapped one of the occupants of the vehicle. One and obo nasu.
Obo driver nasu.
And a DNC here.
No papa nika so ojini sika waka nimno. Of faith to no to police
the driver who we are told was slapped by the police officer told the police officer that he wants to take money from his car, but he did not pull out money. He actually went in there and pulled a gun and then subsequently shot the police officer in the head.
With every police officer now about to be armed and protected with bulletproof vests and helmets, this heartbreaking incident may well be minimized, if not prevented completely. The officers are excited about the new directive.
We want to thank the IG and the Interior Minister for that. And then the police service, when you touch one person, you have touched all of us. And as this incident is being reported, they have touched the whole Ghana Police Service.
The IGP says these are desperate times and will be met with desperate measures.
Desperate situations call for desperate measures. And therefore, we've had a rethink of our strategies. And I'm not saying that we're going to kill innocents, but this killing of innocent police officers must stop. And we will do everything to ensure that this is stopped.
within the legal framework of the laws of Ghana, I will not see that policemen suffer the casualties that we are suffering. No. I will do everything, my administration will do everything, the police administration will do everything in our power to ensure that our men are safe and that we play the role that has been assigned to us by law and by our constitution. We will defend the people of Ghana. If it means taking our life, fine. But we will ensure that all the criminals who do that, we will deal with them effectively.
3 people have so far been arrested by the police in connection with the Bujumburam killing, with 1 on the run. The police have placed a 10,000 cedi bounty on his head. His name is Eric Kojobedu. The police deserve our support. Hashtag I stand with GH Police.
The directive for traffic duty officers to be armed, JoyNews has been checking some intersections in the capital where officers are often deployed. And what we observed, at least, was that none of the men were seen in protective gears or visible arms. At least that's what we observed. And we've got ACP Odro Amenin, Tesano Divisional Police Commander, on the line. And some of the areas we observed were within his jurisdiction. Thank you so much for joining us this morning, ACP. Hello, ACP.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us. Can you explain to us why, despite the directive by the Interior Minister, we still do not have police officers or officers performing traffic duties being armed or in protective gear?
Hello, please, your line is breaking. So
hello,
I'm not
sorry,
yeah.
ACP. Can you hear me now? Hello?
Hello?
Is it better now, ACP?
Okay.
Yes, I'm saying that we've been onto the streets this morning in the Averno areas where you preside over, and we've realized that the police duty, traffic duty officers are not in protective gear and they are not armed. Can you explain to us why? Hello, ACP.
Please,
well,
your line is breaking. Still, it's not clear. Your line is breaking.
We seem to be having trouble with that line. We'll try and rectify that and call ACP later. But basically what we are just trying to do here is to understand why, despite the directive by the Interior Minister for traffic duty officers to be armed and protected, our checks this morning reveal that at least some of the police officers in the areas where we visited, like the Averno area, the police officers there are not armed. We'll quickly try. Hopefully ACP would hear us this time. Hello, ACP Odro.
Hello, yes.
Great to have you. I hope the line is better now.
It's somehow okay. Let's see.
Okay, I'm only asking why your men, those stationed, the traffic duty officers stationed around the Averno and other areas under the Tesano district, are not armed or in protective gear, as the directive of the Interior Minister said.
I think this was a discussion and it just came on air yesterday. So if you are asking me, you saw them today and they've not been armed, I don't understand. They will be armed.
Are you able to tell us when?
It will be immediately. Now that the directives have come out from the Minister of Interior, I think it will be communicated to the Inspector General of Police, and then they will take it up from there.
So if I'm getting you clear, what you're saying is that you cannot respond to the issues now because there's a certain protocol that has to be observed. It must go through the IGP before it trickles down to your level.
Exactly.
But tell us how morale is where you heard the Tesano division. How are your men faring after the incident at Budumburam?
Oh, we have taken it in good faith, and then the men are also working as they were working previously. So there is no cause for alarm at all. We are not perturbed.
Has there
also, as much as our brothers have lost their life, yes, life must continue. So we are working.
Has there been any form of counseling or any program to boost morale for the officers or to help them deal with, especially for those who may be affected by this incident?
Yeah, that is unit-wise. We've been talking to them, like my division. I called them for a meeting. That was yesterday, or 3 days today, yes, when the incident happened. So I think we've been talking to them, encouraging them, giving them pep talk, briefing and all other things for them to be on their feet. They shouldn't be perturbed at all because our boss is solidly behind us. So we are on the way.
Thank you very much for your time this morning. ACP Odro Amini is Tesano Divisional Police Commander, and we were hoping to get some answers as to why some of the men who are at traffic designated points within his enclave were not seen in protective gear and arms as directed by the Interior Minister. He explains to us that that will have to go through the IGP, and then it will trickle down to their level. So we'll be keeping an eye on this particular incident and general security in the country.